Come in.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Bertrand. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
So let me check that the door is closed. Okay. So, just let me check that the phone is off. Okay, perfect. So, it has been 3 years that you work in our company. You became a VP OGX last year, which means that you are in charge of the outgoing exchanges of the company. You have to send the students to find to help the students to find an abroad internship. Moreover, you manage a team of 10 people.
Exactly.
So, as you know, we're here today for your annual appraisal. Don't worry, I'm not here to judge you or to give you a mark. You can see this interview as an opportunity to discuss with me, to exchange in a calm environment, and to talk about your performance, to give me more details about different points. I am here to hear you and to help you to progress. Is it okay for you?
Sure, it sounds clear.
So before beginning the interview, I explain you the progress of the discussion. First, we will discuss about your results of last year. And then I will ask you what are your objectives, your short-term, medium-term, and long-term objectives. And finally, we will develop the objective for the coming year. My goal for this interview is to find an agreement on your objective and on the resources that you need to achieve them. So now I think we are okay to begin. So I would like to ask you what is your assessment concerning this year from your point of view.
Okay, well, this year the team OGX objectives was to achieve 60 exchanges. Well, actually, we did 62 exchanges. Last year, the number was 50 exchanges, and so we did 10 exchanges more, which represents an increase of 24%. To remind you, we have 3 products. So we have the GCDP internship, which send voluntary abroad. It lasts between 6 weeks and 2 months. Then we have the GIP internship, which is a professional internships and lasts between 6 months and 8 months. And finally, we have the new one, which is a GE, which are internships in startups and last 2 or 3 months. Concerning our principal product, the GCDP, we realized 50 exchanges compared to the 45 exchanges of last year. So the major increase comes from GIPs. We achieved 11 exchanges, whereas we only did 5 exchanges last year, which represents an increase of 120%. So finally, we only did 1 exchange in GE because it's a new product and we just launched it.
Okay, right. Congratulations for all these results.
Thank you.
I think that you achieved your objectives. That's a really, really good point. Could you give me more details about how you manage your team? How do you reach your goals? What resources did you use?
To manage my team and reach my goals?
Yeah.
Well, I usually do some meetings once a week or once every 2 weeks. I'm really close for my teams, and we use all the tools from IESEC, which are, for example, team building. So, for example, we all go for a walk or running, and this makes us closer. So then the team is more willing to work with me. So that's how I manage my team. And to set my goals and my objectives, well, I just talk to my members and see what's possible for them and try to make them have some challenges, actually.
Okay, right. And concerning your objectives, can you explain me what are your objectives for the next 2-3 years, and then for 5 years, and how do you see yourself in 10 years?
Okay. Well, for the next 2 or 3 years, I would like to work as a local committee president
Mhm.
in ASEC Bordeaux. Then I would like to work as a VP OGX in ASEC France.
Mhm.
And finally, in 10 years, I would like to be president of ASEC International. I know it's a little bit presumptuous, but I am really willing to work and to achieve my goals.
And can you give me more detail about this role of president, first for the local committee and then for the...
Sure. So, do you want me to explain you how it works?
Yes, in the guidelines.
Okay, well, you have 15 committees in France,
Mhm.
which are all organized by an executive board, which is president, treasurer, vice presidents, and some other vice presidents, for example, OGX
Mhm.
or ICX or communication. Then you have ASEC in France, which takes care of the 15 local committee. And finally, you have ASEC International, which takes care of every country in which ASEC is.
Okay. Now I want to focus on your objective for the coming year. What did you plan in terms of exchanges and all the stuff?
Okay, well, yeah. So this year we want to move a little bit the things. So that means we want to do more exchanges. So we want to do 80 exchanges.
Mhm.
So you're maybe going to ask how to make 80 exchanges, knowing that we are only on cash market. Well, the novelty for this term is to expand ourselves on other universities of
Mhm.
Bordeaux. For example, the one near Cage campuses in Talence. So how are we going to do it? We're going to launch info sessions in the university. So for that, I think I will need some flyers, if you allow me,
Mhm.
to give them in universities.
Yes.
Also, I would like to help the local committee of INSEC, which is in Bordeaux too, because they're having trouble to be more developed.
Mhm.
So I was wondering if we could help them actually.
Okay, and do you think we have enough time? And what is the 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 advantages for the company to have the insect? Because they are on the same market, so I'm afraid that we have a competition between the both companies.
Well, you see, the problem is that the people from ISEC INSEC don't have enough knowledge, don't have enough ISEC knowledge, and I fear that they might how to say that they might not give the right image of ISEC.
Okay.
So I'm afraid of that.
Okay.
That's why we should help them a little.
Okay, so I agree to help them, but we really have to define the market. We have to share the market between both ISEC Bordeaux and ISEC INSEC, because I think we are going to have troubles if we don't define this at the beginning. And concerning the communication budget, I see that you want to do more exchanges, so I think it means to increase the
Exactly, yes.
communication.
I forgot to tell you, I would like to increase the communication budget of 5,000 euros because nowadays we only have 1,000 euros and I think it's not enough. I really need more.
Yeah, okay, but I think we have to share, we have to allocate the resources, and you are not the only function, the only department of the company. So I have to discuss with the VP, the Vice President Finance. He will define budget, the budget, and it have to be, yeah, it have to follow our strategy. So I agree that we want to increase the OGX exchanges, but we don't have. We have to share. I think you ask too much marketing budget. For now, the budget is really low. I agree, but we can't do such a step.
But I don't understand, because my department
Yes.
is the department that gives you the most money. So why would you not help me?
Of course, we help you. We will allocate you a marketing budget. But for example, we have another department, the incoming exchanges, and we have to help them to have a contract to welcome an abroad students to have an internship in Bordeaux. And we can't always put all the resources on the OGX. That's already what we do. So we have to share. As we do more exchanges, we increase our company, we will have more budget, but we can't give all the budget to the same department because if all the resources come from your department, if something do not work, I don't know, a lot of things can happen. It will put the enterprise in a lot of difficulties. So we have to develop several projects, several departments, so as to ensure the stability of the company. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think if we have to allocate the budget and we have to decide how we are going to use it. We have to use it the more efficiently as possible. Yes. So you will have. I think we have to do meetings between between you, so the Vice President OGX, the Vice President ICX or Incoming Action, and the communication responsible, so as to do good synergy between the three departments and to to increase the company. But yes, we can't give you all the budget.
Okay. Yes, I understand.
Okay. So I think the amount of your communication budget will be about 2,000 euro, but we will have to discuss and to negotiate it. Okay.
That is still more than what I had, so I'm still happy.
Yeah. We will see for maybe for the in 3-5 years maybe you will have a 5,000, but for now it is not possible. I have to share of course the resources.
Sure.
Okay, so that's all for your coming objective.
Yes.
Okay. So we have decided. Can you remind me I'm not.
Yes. So I'm going to introduce ISEC in other universities.
Okay.
So that was my first objectives. My second objective is to do 80 exchanges. It's logical since I'm going to universities. And finally, to increase the budget of marketing so that we can be a little bit more known in the school and in the universities.
Okay. We didn't discuss about how you will export our product in the university. Of course, we are not in only one school. So how do you plan to?
Alright. Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, I need to get in touch with the president of the association, which are in the universities. Okay. Then I need to be accepted in, for example, Facebook groups, so that I can post about what we do. Then what I want to do is to go physically in the universities. Okay. So to do info sessions. So for example, rent a big room and reunite people and then talk to them about ISEC. So that's called info sessions, and I think that's pretty much it. Or maybe more doing stands into the universities and giving flyers to the students.
And do you will need more people, or do you choose one people in your team?
I think I'm going to choose one people in my team. I will call that team leader or something like this.
Okay. And do you have someone who is interested in it right now or not?
Well, I think yes, but
Okay.
I'm not sure. I need to interview them.
Okay, so only one people for this project.
Yes. And
Okay.
then if that becomes bigger, then we will see.
Okay. Okay. Right. So the development on university, 80 exchanges, increase the marketing and communication budget. Okay, I think we are good for the next year. So we will sign just this document to note that we did this interview, that we have an agreement at the end of the interview, that everything is okay. Is it all okay for you, or do you have any questions?
No, I just want to read it all because, you know,
Yeah,
we
of
never
course.
know.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right. So thank you, Mrs. Bertrand.
Well, thank you
It
to
is
you.
all for us today. So I'll let you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.